Neighbor called the HOA because I was working on my boat in my driveway for a few days, so I emptied oily bilge water into her flower bed. I live in a condo complex with mostly senior citizens. My neighbor lives alone, is 70 and reminds me of the crotchety old grandma from Malcolm in the Middle who is just nasty to everyone. When she moved in about a year ago, I quickly realized I needed to get on her good side or she'd be a huge pain. I installed new smoke, CO alarms for her, even gave her the alarms, helped her move patio furniture for winter storage, installed a new outdoor light fixture for her when hers broke, shoveled her driveway and sidewalk every time it snowed, etc. Cut to last weekend. I had the boat out and it had some engine trouble. Leaking water into the hull. Instead of parking it in the community trailer RV parking lot, I parked it in my driveway for a couple of days so I could keep the batteries on charge and have access to a hose to try to fire out the engine. I was out there working on it each evening. On the third day, I got a call from the property management company saying there was a complaint filed and I had to move the boat by the end of the week or they would have to tow it. I was out there getting it all covered up to store it, and my neighbor came back from walking her dog and gave me the biggest stink eye. I had noticed that morning that when I was driving out of the neighborhood and she was on the sidewalk, she saw me coming and turned her back. I thought it was strange, but finally figured it out when I got the call about the complaint. After she went inside, I fired up the boat and let a ton of water leak into the hull, then turned on the bilge pump, which pumps it overboard and right into her flower bed. EDIT. For all those bitching about polluting. One, I didn't realize there was any oil in the hull. The motor has never leaked oil that I know of in the past. This wasn't Deepwater Horizon. There was a rainbow sheen on the puddle, but it wasn't like I was pumping a quart of oil out onto the ground. I didn't even realize it until I shut everything down and climbed out of the boat. I'm very aware that it's not good for the environment and would never do it on purpose. I volunteer as a ground water quality monitor with my local watershed watch organization in my spare time. I was running the motor to try to look for additional water leaks that might not be fixed by the part 1 have on order. It wasn't with the intent to dump a bunch of polluted water. Once I realized there was oil in the water, I thought it would be a good story for the Petty Revenge sub. Edit 2. I just ran into her on my way to grab my mail. I said, "Hey, did you complain to the HOA about my boat? You have my cell phone number. You could have called me if it was bothering you." All she said was, "You're not allowed to park a boat in your driveway," and walked away.